Hey Wanderers, I'm Ron, and the man is behind the camera again, and this is Adventures in Baking. Alright, so I don't remember what I called this the other day, but I like Adventures in Baking because I love the movie from the 80s, Adventures in Babysitting, so we're going to go with that one for now. We're going to make some banana chocolate chip muffins today. And so the original recipe comes from, and we'll link it in the description, from Baked in Arizona, bakedinaz.com. Her original recipe called it a 5-ingredient blender muffin, and it's grain-free. It's grain-free and it's gluten-free. So I'm not sure, my friend Mark may not consider this baking, but I did decide to rock his Buck Stowe Bakery shirt today. So it's actually really 6 ingredients if you include the bananas, which are a big part, and there's a couple optional ingredients that we're gonna put in there as well. All right, so her original recipe was designed to do 24 mini muffins. And we did that the first time, it worked okay. We've got a little mini muffin pan, but not a very big one. Plus, mini muffins, it's just a tease. So we wanted to do regular muffins. So I toyed with her recipe just a little bit. And so what I did was I doubled her ingredients and I basically doubled her time. And we have a big, huge, you'll see it in a minute, 24 muffin tray. And so that's what we're gonna be using. So, but the ingredients are, these are banana chocolate chip muffins. So first, you got a banana, and you want them to be up to about this stage so that they're almost too ripe. Egg, honey, apple cider vinegar, baking soda, peanut butter. So the optional things, but I like to have them in there, are chocolate chips. We go with the mini chips just because it seems to work a little bit better, and then a dash of vanilla, because a dash of vanilla is always good. So it's really simple. I went ahead and measured out most of the ingredients to put in there, but all you just need a blender. So we've got this big one, which I forgot to take a couple things out of. And you're literally just gonna dump everything in here. So one of the things I usually do is put the bananas down on the bottom, because those are the ones that sometimes will end up, they'll end up not blending up as well if you throw them in on top of everything. And you wanna get those bananas blended up really well so you don't have big chunks. And then 4 bananas, medium sized are good. And then with this one, 2 cups of peanut butter, which is a lot of peanut butter. You can use whatever brand works best for you. This is creamy. I hadn't tried it with chunky. That might be interesting. Give you a little bit of crunch to it. All right, so you got 4 bananas, 2 cups of peanut butter. You're gonna need, let me double check because I don't want to mess it up. You're gonna need a teaspoon of baking soda. Now remember, we talked last time, this is baking soda, last time it was baking powder. Know your baking things. And I honestly don't know much other than just make sure you get the right one. So after a teaspoon of baking soda, you're gonna have 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. And this kind of freaked me out the first time I did it, because the vinegar reacts with the baking soda. Because when you made a volcano in grade school, what'd you use? Vinegar and baking soda.
I don't know. I didn't make one of those. Oh, you can hear it.
Mm-hmm. Then you're gonna put in 4 tablespoons of honey. Now, one thing that I've learned to do that helps with this, if you put a little bit of some kind of oil, put a little olive oil in there, it'll make the honey come out of your receptacle a little bit easier. By the end, it's still kind of sticking in there, but it does make it a little easier to get that out, and you feel like you actually get what you put in there. And you're also going to add 4 large eggs. And then the last thing before we blend is just a little dash of vanilla. Now this is important. You notice there are no chocolate chips in here just yet, and that's because you don't put those in until after you get it blended up, because you're just going to fold those in with a spoon or something, because you don't want them to get all chopped up when you blend. So all your ingredients in there, double check that we got everything, and then we're just gonna blend it up. You want to do, because you can see the bananas dancing around in there as you're blending. So before you go to the next step, you kind of want to check, make sure. See, got a couple banana chunks there. So you want to kind of make sure those aren't hung somewhere. Sometimes you get a little peanut butter hangs up on the side. So just to make sure everything is in there, and then run it a little bit just to make sure everything is smooth. All right, so we have a nice smooth mixture of our mainly peanut butter and bananas. And the last thing we're gonna do before we put it into the tray is the original recipe did not give an amount for chocolate chips. So I made the executive decision, I made the executive decision, about 1/4 of a cup is what's good. So you're just gonna put that in there, and you're just gonna gently stir it to kind of get them distributed through your batter. All right, so now we've got our tray of already put together by Amanda with our paper cups in there.
That was my one job.
That's her contribution. So you'll notice I fill the cups just about 2/3 of the way full. These are going to rise quite a bit during cooking, and then they will fall once you are done. So go ahead and fill them 1/2 to 2/3 of the way full. It uses most of my stuff. Now the last part of this, and Amanda and Wesley would probably say is the most important part of this, is there's already chocolate chips all the way through this, but you can never have too many chocolate chips. Am I right?
Yes. I didn't know you were asking me.
So,
I thought you were being like Dora and asking the screen.
We take and we just, and this is one of the reasons using the mini chocolate chips is really helpful, because then it doesn't really overwhelm the top, but you just want to sprinkle a few on the top, so that way when you pull one out and you go, oh, these are chocolate chips. All right, so we've got our muffins ready to go in. Like I said, I doubled this recipe from what you'll find on the website linked below. I also doubled the time. When doing mini muffins, she said do 8 to 9 minutes. We've done this a couple times, and I found that 15 minutes is pretty much the perfect length since we're doing these full-size muffins in this big tray. So let's put them in.
And they're at what, 400?
Oh, yes, and this is at 400 degrees. I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that earlier. We'll throw that at the beginning of the video.
No, does she not say that on her thing?
On her thing, yes, but if somebody's watching us. So 400 degrees, 15 minutes. So we'll see you in about 1/4 of an hour. All right, so it's been 15 minutes. Let's see how our muffins turned out. They look really, really good. So like I said, you see how they've risen? They will fall a little bit, but we'll set them over here on the counter, let them cool, and then we'll try one a little bit. All right, so here are our banana chocolate chip muffins, grain-free and gluten-free. And so we're gonna pull these out, and then I have a couple of taste testers. We're gonna give it a try out, and we'll see how they like it.
So I already know that I like these because he's been making them for a while, but I'll always say yes to another one. So it's very good, as usual.
Good. That's it. Is teenage for that tastes pretty good. Thanks for joining us, guys. I hope you had a good time with Adventures in Baking today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you got some recipe you want to see me try or something like that, send it this way. And especially right now while we can't get out and do anything else, we'll see what I can do in the kitchen. Have a great one. Bye now. So we're going to bake some... All right, get out of the kitchen for just a minute. So we're going to bake some blender mini... how do I call this?
There was a stray M&M. They were chocolate chip.
What do you mean you're not ready for your...
I'm not ready for my face yet. What does
Okay.
my hair look like? I haven't even.
It looks like your hair, but what